Chuck Cunningham, the older brother of Richie and Joni on Happy Days, is one of TV's most famous examples of a character vanishing without explanation, a phenomenon later dubbed the Chuck Cunningham syndrome. Here's what happened to him. Chuck was introduced in Season 1, 1974, as the eldest Cunningham sibling, a college basketball player living at home. He appeared in 7 episodes across the first 2 seasons, portrayed by 2 different actors, Gavin O'Herlihy in Season 1 and Randolph Roberts in Season 2. His role was minor, often limited to brief scenes eating dinner or tossing a basketball, with little character development. After Season 2, Chuck simply stopped appearing. No storyline explained his exit, no mention of him moving away, dying, or even going off to college permanently. By Season 3, the show acted as if he'd never existed, with Richie and Joni treated as the only Cunningham kids. This shift coincided with the show's growing focus on Fonzie, Henry Winkler, and Richie, Ron Howard, sidelining less essential characters. The show's creator, Gary Marshall, and the writers decided Chuck wasn't adding much to the dynamic. Early on, Happy Days was still finding its footing, and the family-centric premise took a back seat as Fonzie's popularity soared. Marshall later admitted Chuck was a loose end they didn't know what to do with, so they quietly dropped him. Gavin O'Herlihy left after Season 1, reportedly unhappy with the role's lack of depth. He later built a solid career in films like Willow. Randolph Roberts replaced him for 2 episodes in Season 2, but the recasting didn't spark interest in the character. Neither actor was given a formal send-off. In later seasons, the Cunninghams were consistently framed as a 4-person family: Howard, Marion, Richie, Joni. Chuck's erasure was so complete that even in nostalgic flashbacks, like Richie's home movies in later episodes, he's absent. The show never officially addressed Chuck's fate, but there are a couple of tongue-in-cheek nods. In the 1982 episode A Touch of Classical, Marion briefly mentions having 2 children, Richie and Joni, cementing Chuck's non-existence in the revised family lore. Fans jokingly speculate he's still upstairs, dribbling his basketball, or that he went to college and never returned, a running gag among viewers. Chuck's vanishing became a TV trope, symbolizing how shows retcon minor characters. It's often cited alongside similar cases, like Judy Winslow from Family Matters. Gary Marshall leaned into the humor of it years later, saying in an interview, "Chuck? Oh, he's probably still at basketball practice." Gavin O'Herlihy died in 2021 at 70, having enjoyed a career in character roles, Superman 3, Death Wish 3. He once called Chuck a stepping stone. Randolph Roberts, largely retired from acting after Happy Days, with few credits post-1970s. In short, Chuck Cunningham was written out by omission, a casualty of Happy Days evolving into a Fonzie-driven hit.